And what most traders are trying to do all the time is avoid losses. And so they try and avoid pain. And the market, always say, is a great tutor of teaching traders bad mistakes. So you imagine you've got a trader, they're in a trade, they have a stop loss and they're nicely disciplined, they get stopped out, and they take another trade on another day and they have another stop out. Well, at the back of their mind, they're thinking, my stops are too tight, I'm going to start widening them. So they start to widen the stop, so that then affects their risk to reward. So the risk to reward comes out of kilter, but they're doing everything they can to avoid having that stop out. And maybe on a couple of those trades, they work out as a result, but they have a big inverted risk to reward, which ultimately isn't going to make them any money. And then they still have a stop out, even with their wider stops, so they say, I know what I'm going to do. I won't use a stop this time, because it always comes back, doesn't it? That's what they always say. It always comes back. There was a great email came in last week from a trader last week, thought exactly that, got into, I think it was like a pound Aussie trade or something like that. It was a day trade. They were in it. All of a sudden it started moving against him. So he thought, okay, it'll come back, so I'll sit in it. Before he knew it, as a day trader, he was down 100 pips in a blink of an eye, which in percentage terms, if you're a day trader, can end up being quite a lot. He sat on it, and he sent this confession, and he said, ultimately it came back for me and I got out at break even. But my concern is, well, what happens if it had gone down 150 pips, 200 pips, and it just carried on and it never came back?
That's bad trading, isn't it?
It's awful trading, yeah. But this is the sort of thing that happens with traders. So they do everything they can to avoid the pain of loss. But what they have to do in order to overcome that is just accept. You have to accept that you're going to be wrong a certain percentage of the time. 50% of the time, if you're a trader, might be that you're going to be wrong. Forget trying to have 90% success rate strategies. Just go for something a lot more standardized and get your risk to reward right, and that will make up for those losses that you have.